science has failed to explain all the drivers of the climate. So we do not really know what's the interaction between the solar activity, for example. We do not understand all the solar activity either. So we do not know interaction between the solar activity and the climate on the Earth. This is one of the issues. There are even theories which say it's actually the other way around. Because what the scientists have established, well, some others dispute that, but let's say this is established, that there is some correlation between the CO2 level in the Earth's atmosphere and the temperature. Okay? But this does not necessarily mean that it is the CO2 content which drives the temperature, because there are theories which say it's the other way around. But it doesn't matter at this point. What matters is that you should realize that while this theory is now most popular, it's just a theory which has not been proven with absolute certainty. And probably it is impossible to prove. I'm not saying that we shouldn't cut down the emissions. This is something we probably, well, it is a matter of point of view. So you could say that, okay, we are changing the climate, let's spend money on protecting ourselves from the climate change results. This is an approach which is not really popular nowadays. On the other hand, it cannot fail, because no matter if we are the cause or we are not the cause, then if we spend our money on correct or on saving ourselves from the results, the money is not wasted. The problem nowadays is that we are focusing on the emission control, but only in certain areas of the world. In the European Union primarily, because no other countries actually let themselves to be involved in that. Why? Because it's a big hit for the economy. This is obvious that decreasing CO2 emissions takes a lot of money in various levels. New investments, support for renewable technologies, which are more expensive, and so on and so on. And so far, no one wants to play with the European Union in this game. The Americans every now and then say that yes, we will. And so far they are willing to really join this train, not to mention China and India, where the Indian government simply says that, okay, you have generated your wealth, actually, for the last 50 years, not caring about the environment. Now we are on a higher development level, and you actually force us to introduce all the limitations at a lower development level, so we cannot catch up. You cannot deny logic to that. In any case, even if we restrict the emission levels in the European Union, as the European Commission plans, it will not change a lot, especially with the growth of energy generation in China, India, United States, and so on. But still, that's the official policy. One important issue is that some politicians claim that if we follow some targets, we can stop the global warming. Oh, this is something which is simply not true. We can stop our influence on global warming, perhaps, but we cannot stop the global climate change at all. So we cannot. Well, this is something ridiculous to say that if we stop our activity like this and this, then the global warming will stop at 2 degrees over today's temperature. Well, that's a load of bull. Because we cannot stop the process, natural process of changing climate, and we don't know how they work. Okay, so much for this very important issue. Whether we like it or not, we have this 3x20 package in the European Union, which is the key driver of the energy policy in all the EU member states. So do you know what are 3x20? What the 3x20 is about? What are those 320s? Well, and yes?
Energy.